Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of ShareNet. Today, I'm joined by Ella Huang, our Executive Director of RCD, to talk about her history with RCD. And we are still on the theme of meeting the team. So thank you, Ella, for joining us today.
Oh, thank you, Ian. So if you want to hear about my full story, you probably need like 3 hours. But we don't have that time.
That's right. We'll try to cover this within a 10-minute time period.
Yeah, I was told about that. So
Thank you, Ella. So first question I have is, of course, everybody knows that you are the Executive Director of the Richmond Center for Disability. Yeah. But what exactly does a Executive Director do?
So Executive Director mainly is to oversee all the activities, the administration and operations of an organization. So in that case, it means, like I have my fingers in all the pies in the organization. So sometimes you see me, helping out at the front desk or, helping out or attending some of the activities. But a lot of my time actually spent on the planning and the monitoring of the operations at the organization. The planning requires a little bit of focus on the financial side, not only how to spend the money, but also how to get fundings for the operations of the organization. So I do a lot of grant writings. And once we've got approval for fundings, then I have to make sure the money will be used in the right way. And then there will be reportings done on all the fundings we received. And I also have a very major role is liaising the center, the staff, our participants, our volunteers with the board. So I'm representing the organization and make reports to the boards on a regular basis.
Fantastic. Seems like without you being here, a lot of staff will be without their jobs because there's no funding from the center. From the sound of it, that's a very, very important role within the center.
Well, in that aspect, it is. However, to get funding is not just to write grants. It is also what we are doing at the center. Without the team of staff, the volunteers, the board, it's difficult to run a center and then with all the accomplishment we have achieved, the people we have served. And every year I do annual reports, and then from that you can see how many people we have helped, we have assisted, and how many people participated in our activities and joined our events. Those are very impressive figures. So without those supporting our funding application, we won't go anywhere.
So there seems to be a fine balance between the people we serve and the team that we have, along with the volunteers that are supporting the entire center. There's a fine balance in that, and you are here to make sure that balance is in place and everything is going accordingly.
Well said, Ian. I really appreciate that.
Thank you for sharing that. Now, I want to ask you a little bit about the history part. How did you get started here at RCD?
Wow, it's such a long time ago. Sometimes I don't even want to think about it. But thinking back, I joined the organization in January 2001. And at that time, the center was just opened for 3 months. So it was open in September the year before. And when I joined the organization, I joined as I'm in the role of a project officer overseeing an employment program. And at that time, that's when I joined, that's 1.5 staff, at the center. And now we have 15, sometimes over staff, so it is quite a long journey we have traveled. So from that, then I kind of get familiar with the organization. I learned a lot from the board, from the previous ED, from other staff and volunteers. And then, then afterwards, I was offered the position of executive director. And I was, I'm really honored to be offered this position. And then since then, I'm here. Until now, it's already 22 years.
22 years that you've been here.
I know. Yeah, when you
Fantastic.
think I'm
Still young, still young.
just still young. Yeah, I don't even want to say that word. I'm still young at the organization.
Well, if you look at it this way, I've been with RCD for over 14 years too.
Yes, and I actually remember, when Ian joined us, he joined us as a volunteer, and then I didn't interview him, but then he was there, and then I thought, oh, this is, a young fellow, really young at that time, and then, it's like I watch him growing up, and I watch a lot of our, colleagues, going through different things in life and growing up and working at the RCD. It's quite a privilege to be in that position.
Yeah, I can't believe that I also stayed for such a long period of time. This brings a good lead to the next question. What do you like about RCD? The fact that you're here for 20 plus years means something.
I want to say, I'm not a person who likes a lot of changes. But of course, RCD, has as a hold on me. It's always stuck in my heart. Like I said earlier, I came when the RCD was really small, and I learned so much, and I grow with it. It has become, a permanent part of me, right? And then the people we serve, the people we work with, the people I learn with, I see them almost every day, like participants, volunteers, our colleagues. And I wouldn't say as much as we are family, but, but we do see each other more than we see our family sometimes. And the main thing is, it is never a boring experience. It's not a stagnant place. Things growing, changing, always for the better. And we always have new things happening, some good, some bad, but that's life. And we learn from the, some of the mistakes I've made. And I also observe other people making mistakes and growing from it. So we are all in the same boat. And sometimes when I take a step back and I think, hey, this is really quite a big achievement we have done together. It's just never one person endeavor.
Absolutely. And I like about having our participants, meeting them in the community. They are proud to say hi to us, and we are proud to say hi back to them. And this is the very feeling that we share. And this is also something that I really enjoy about RCD.
Totally, yes.
Now, of course, with 20-something years under your belt, there must be challenges that you have faced. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
There are challenges, but, I'm a person with very short memory about bad things. So, that is like kind of being very optimistic and positive. Challenges is, for me is, we're not perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. And even, we do things 100 times, 1,000 times. We may do things differently, and then there's still mistakes happen, or things that we afterward, we think back, we say, we could have done it better, or we could have done it a different way. So the challenges here is things are always different. We cannot say, people are not cut out from a cookie cutter. Everyone has different feelings, emotions. We feel things differently. And to accept that is important here. We cannot expect everyone like ourselves. People are different. And the essence of our organization is independent living philosophy. And I believe a lot of you have already heard about that. That is to allow free choice for people. People, they make informed decisions based on the resources, information, knowledge that we hope that we can provide them, or at least part of it. So they can, make the decision. However, that's also a part is once you make the decision, you are responsible for it. So sometimes it may not be the best decision made, and mistakes happened. And we also learn from the mistakes. So the challenging part is to acknowledge that, to respect everyone's decision. Even sometimes we know, hey, this is not the best decision you could make at this time. But we do need to allow people the space and opportunity to make that decision. And that is the essence of independent living philosophy. And it is not easy to grasp. It is easy to say, but when you watch someone going through something and you think, hey, I have a better way for you to do, or, I would have done it that way or this way, but that may not be what the other person is thinking. So to acknowledge that, I think sometimes it's a challenge, but it is also the most rewarding part because we see people grow effectively from that.
Thank you, Ella. Now we're coming at our time limit here, so any final messages for our viewers?
Come and support RCD and let us know what you think. I think without the participants, the volunteers, our members, board members, staff the same, let us know what you think about RCD and how we can improve. Is everything worth talked about. And if you have any ideas, don't be shy. Come and talk to us. Join our activities and, experience the RCD family. I think that it's important to make the connection. People connection is what we treasure here. So do come and visit us, join us. And if you have any question, ask us. And let us know what you think.
Thank you, Ella. Thanks for joining us. And folks, viewers out there, thank you for sticking around. In 2 weeks, we will be back with another episode of Meeting the Team, and I'll see you then. Thank you.
Bye-bye.